So the materials you're going to need is a dark purple yarn. Then you have this light purple and yellow yarn, which are going to be used to make the flower. But then you can use whichever colors that you prefer. But then for that specific picture, these are the yarns that you're going to use. You're going to need a bangle. And then apart from the bangle, you're going to need a crochet hook. And you're going to need your phone so that you can try it if it fits. So because the yarn I'm using is a lightweight yarn, I'm going to use a double strand. And then this is a 3.5 mm hook. So you're going to take your yarn and you're going to make a slip knot. You're going to insert your hook. And then you're going to take your bangle. So hold it like that. And then around this circular bangle, you're going to make 48 single crochets. You can use a hair tie, but then when you place it on top of the charger, it will look like as if it's hanging. So I think finding something that is circular is better. So you're going to make 48 single crochets around the bangle. So after you've made your slip knot, you take your hook, insert it inside the circle, and then pull up a loop and make a single crochet like that. Pull up a loop, make a single crochet, insert inside the circle, pull up a loop, pull through all 2. So that is 3 single crochets. You're going to go until you get 48 single crochets. After you've done the 48 single crochets, you're going to make a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet. And then you're going to chain 1. On the second row, you're going to work single crochet increase. So you do a single crochet in the first stitch, and then you increase in the next stitch. Single crochet, and then increase. So you're going to do single crochet increase in all the stitches all round. In this row 2, we have a total of 72 stitches. After you've done this last increase, you're just going to slip stitch on top of the first single crochet, and then you're going to chain 1 again. On row 3, you're going to do 2 single crochets increase. So you do the first single crochet, the second single crochet, and then you do an increase on the third single crochet. So 1, 2, and then here you do an increase. So 2 single crochet and an increase all round. When you're done, you're going to slip stitch on top of the first single crochet like that. After this, you're going to go around and do 1 single crochet in every stitch all round. This will be like 96. 1 single crochet in every stitch all round. Without any increase, 1 single crochet in every stitch all round. I think there's somewhere I did some wrong counting, because if the first row has 48, the second row should be 72, and then the third row should be 96, and then the fourth row, because there's no increase, should also be 96. So after that, you're going to divide this into by 4. So 96 divided by 4, you're going to get 24. So we are going to work the corners. So every side of the square is going to have 24 stitches. We are going, because we have a total of 24 on one side, we are going to do 18 single crochet, and then we are going to do 6 stitches for the corner, and the 6 stitches for the corner is going to be a half double crochet, a double crochet, a treble, then you chain 1, then you go treble, double crochet, and half double crochet. I'm going to show you how for the corners. And then you again do 18 single crochet, and then you do another corner with those 6 stitches like that. If your circle was smaller, let's say you started with 40 40 single crochets, if you started with 40 single crochets and now you end up with 80, what you're going to do, you're going to start with 14 single crochet and then you do the 6 stitches of the corner. So depending on the number of stitches you have at the end, so count your stitches at this last row, divide it by 4. After dividing it by 4, determine one side of the square has that number of stitches. The one that you divided by 4, one side of the square has that number of stitches. When you minus 6 for the corner, those are the single crochets you're going to start with. So when you start with because you have 96, when you start with 18 single crochets, you're going to work the square after that. So please make sure you count your stitches, because at times you might have skipped some stitches here and it ended up turning way less. There's no problem. The only thing you're gonna have to do is count those stitches, divide it by 4. You minus 6 for the corner, and those are the number of single crochets you're going to work with. So you're going to first make the 18 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So after you're done with your single crochets, now you're going to work the 6 stitch corner. And the way we work that 6 stitch corner is you're going to start with the half double crochet in the next stitch, and then followed by a double crochet in the next stitch, followed by a treble crochet in the next stitch. A treble crochet, you yarn over twice. After the treble crochet, you're going to chain 1, and then in the next stitch you're going to do a treble crochet again. So you're going down, treble crochet. In the next stitch you're going to do a double crochet, and then in the next stitch you're going to do a half double crochet like that. And so you've worked that corner, and then again you do the number of single crochets that you did. So when you add 18 plus this 6, you're going to get 24. If you're working with 10, you're going to do 10 plus 6, and then you get 16, depending on the number of stitches you have at the last row. So please, I hope I explained that better. You count the number of stitches you have at the last row, just in case you like increased or decreased somewhere without noticing. So you add that, you count that, you divide it by 4, and then you minus 6, so that you know the number of single crochets you'll be working with. So after you've done that corner, again you're going to do another set of single crochets. So you do 18 single crochets again, and then you work that corner of 6 stitches. When you're done with the single crochets, again you're going to work another corner, half double crochet, double crochet, a treble crochet, chain 1 and repeat going down. So the next stitch is a treble crochet, and then a double crochet, and then a half double crochet, and then you repeat again. So again you're going to do single crochets, and then you work another corner of 6 stitches, single crochets, and another corner of 6 stitches. So I'll meet you at the end of this row. When you're done the last corner, you're just going to slip stitch on top of the first single crochet like that. And so you have those 4 corners like that. We're about to end the top part. So what you're going to do next is you're going to do 1 single crochet in every stitch, and then when you get to the chain 1 space, you're going to place there 2 single crochets as a corner. So chain 1, work 1 single crochet in every stitch. So when you get to where you have the double crochets, you're also just going to do one single crochet on top of those stitches. So in every stitch is one single crochet. And then when you get to the corner, on this corner you're going to place in 2 single crochets. After the 2 single crochets, you continue working 1 single crochet. When you get to the corner, you do 2 single crochets like that. So work that, and then I meet you again at this point. So after the last single crochet, you just make a slip stitch, and then you're going to cut your yarn. But you can also like try on your phone. Let's say you have a bigger phone, because this is enough. So if maybe it's bigger or something, or maybe you're using a smaller hook and you see like the phone still doesn't fit inside the square, what you can do, you can add more rows. So the only thing you do, you do single crochets, and when you get to the corners, you do 2 single crochets to make the corners. So yeah. So you cut our yarn. So after that, now you're going to work on the phone holder part. So this was just the part that holds in the charger. So you're going to work on the phone holder part. So you're going to work on the pouch part of this. So the pouch is going to be the height of your phone plus like 1 or 2 inches. So you're going to work the height of your phone times 2, so that it has the back side and the front side, so that it becomes a pouch. So what you're going to do, you're going to attach your yarn on one corner. So you're going to work from this corner to this corner, working back and forth until you have that given length. So I'm not sure how many rows I'll work, so I'll tell you after I'm done with half of this, so that I'll tell you how many rows I will have worked. So after you attach your yarn, you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to work in 1 single crochet in every stitch. So you work 1 single crochet until you get to this corner. When you get to the last stitch, you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and then work 1 single crochet until you get to this point. Again, chain 1, and then you work 1 single crochet until the other side again. So you're just going to work 1 single crochet in every stitch until you get to the height of your phone. So I'll let you know how many stitches and how many inches I will have done when I'm done with the first half of this. So yeah, work on that, and then I'll meet you when I'm done with the first half. So I've worked half of this. This is 32 rows, and then I want to work until 35, so that the phone at least stays in like this. So I want to work until 35, and then I'll add another 35 rows. So I'm going to do a total of about 70 rows. So keep on trying with the phone depending on the hook you're using. So I'll meet you after I've done the other 35 rows, so that it's about 70 rows. So I'll meet you after I've done the other side, so that we can join. So I finished the 70 rows from here to here. So this one covers the entire phone. If you want it to be shorter, you can also do fewer rows. So what you're going to do, you're going to work on the edging. The reason as to why I'm working on the edging is so that these places don't look like it's curving like that. So I'm going to do 1 single crochet all around on the edge, then I come back like this, and I end here. So I'm going to go in with 1 single crochet, When you get to the corner, you're going to do 1 single crochet, chain 1 and 1 single crochet in the same stitch. 1 single crochet, chain 1 single crochet, and then you just continue till you get down to this point. So this is the right side, so we are going to first join these two together. So we are going to join by folding it into half, starting from where the first row is. So if you don't want any other color added on the edges, you can just join on the inside using slip stitches. But then if you want to have a different color on the edges, so I'll be using this light purple yarn. So from here, I'm going to work from down here because I'm going to make single crochets going up, and then I do single crochets on this top part, and then I do single crochets going down. So you're already done with the edging. So this is how it looks, and this is also optional, but then you can work on the edging. So we're going to work on the flowers. This is the first flower. So to work on the flowers, you're going to make a magic circle, or you're going to chain 4, whichever way you usually start a circle. I usually do a magic circle. I have a whole video on how to make a magic circle, so if you don't know how to make a magic circle, you can check that video before you start making this flower. So chain 1, and then you're going to make 6 single crochets inside the magic circle. So that is 3, 4, 5 and 6. Going to pull your yarn, and then you're going to slip stitch on top of the first single crochet, chain 1. After chaining 1, you're going to increase in every stitch, so 2 single crochets in every stitch to make an increase, and at the end of the second row you should have a total of 12 single crochets, so an increase in every stitch. After that, you're just going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. Like that. When you're done with that, you're going to take the purple yarn. You're going to insert your hook. You can do this at any point. To insert your hook, you're going to chain 3. After chaining 3, you're going to do 3 treble crochets on the next space. So treble crochet, you yarn over twice, then on the next space you're going to do, that is 1 treble crochet, yarn over twice. This is the second one. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and then the third treble crochet. After the 3 treble crochets, you're going to chain 3 and then you slip stitch in the next stitch. After the slip stitch, you're going to chain 3 again, and then on the next stitch you're going to do 3 treble crochets. Chain 3, slip stitch, and do that. So that is just, you're going to do that until you have 6 petals. When you're done with the 3rd treble crochet, you chain 3. This is the last petal I'm doing, and then you're going to slip stitch there like that. You can also slip stitch twice just to join the other purple one, and then now you can pull your yarn and cut. So this is it. So you're going to attach these flowers on this, let me call it a bag, on this bag right here. So just take your darning, you can use these loose ends to tie it to the back, and then you just take a darning needle to just attach these petals on the bag like that. I'll meet you after I've done this off camera. So this is the final product. You can place your phone here. You can also use it as a bag to just carry your phone around. You just place it in your purse. When you get to where you need to charge your phone, you place your phone, you put the charger. So yeah, it's really cute.